Party time, Mom. Hey, I don't care what anybody tells you. This is one of the best podcasts that's out there. We have a lot of fun on this show. We do. It is fun because we just try to relax and chill, and we want you to come into our room here at Studio 22, into the mothership, and just hang out with us. That's all we want to do. And today, on our special Off the Rails segment, we're going to take you around the world one more time and let you experience the insanity that is the human race. The Puppet Master Mark, of course, is driving at the helm in the mothership Studio 22. Candy see the queen of the Ethiopians sitting there in awe with Herbert the silent deer right over her shoulder. Look at Herbert back there looking handsome, Candace. Look at him. Look at him, Candace. Oh, my goodness. Making the same face he was making when the truck hit him. Oh, my goodness. Party foul Steve's in the pub.
Why can't Herbert come over here and sit by me at the bar sometime?
We should set that up sometime.
Yeah.
Put Herbert over there. Yeah, just kind of put Herbert, just walk him over there. Look at that vest.
It's cold in here today.
Well, I like that vest. It looks good on you, man.
I'm not a vest guy, but
I'm a vest guy, man. And then the sweater. Everybody's like, where are you getting that sweater? Somebody's like, you should be wearing the Levi jacket. And he spelled it L-E-V-Y. Well, I've never had a Levy jacket. But
why are you wearing your wife's sweater?
Yeah,
how many times
I got every color, dude.
The same guy posts the same comment.
I have gotten to a point in life, 47 years old. 47 years. I'm proud to be 47 years old. Mm-hmm. Don't always like it, but I'm proud to be 47 years old. I don't look 47 years old. Mm-mm. For the most part, I don't. For the most part, there's some stuff that's changing, changing fast too, because you people are wearing me out. I love you guys, but y'all are stressful. Y'all are. We appreciate the fans, we appreciate the viewers, the commenters, all that stuff. But y'all are stressful. Woo! Just keeping up with everybody's opinions. Woo! Makes me old. Makes me blind too, staring at these little screens all the time. I've always got my nose in the phone. What was I gonna say? The older you get, the more comfortable you get. You know what I mean? Like if you start looking for Velcro on your tennis shoes when you're at the academy, you know you're getting older, right? You know you're getting older. And I like these sweaters. I just get on the road, I throw on a T-shirt, I throw on the sweater, and boom, I'm on the plane, off and ready to go. I don't know.
I talk to people all the time, and they bring you up to me, and all the ladies are constantly, oh, yes, Chad Prather.
Well, they know better.
No, I mean, you're a sexy man.
Okay, thank you.
You are. You're a sexy man that gets in your truck with your dog, and every Southern chick really likes that, who, has a pulse.
I'm just a man with 3 pretty daughters sitting in front of a teleprompter wondering what Nick Sandman is doing right now with his $250 million. I mean, my youngest daughter, she's 16 now. 16. Yeah.
Well, these
actually,
girls,
today is her birthday.
Oh, happy birthday.
Happy birthday. This is her birthday. So, you know what else happens in February? Valentine's Day. And Valentine's Day might be a made-up holiday, but your special someone is very real. So what better way to show your love this Valentine's Day than with Black Rifle Coffee? Get her all jacked up, hyped up on the caffeine. Now through Valentine's Day, you can save 20% on a selection of coffee and gear. Find the perfect gift for the special someone in your life or yourself. I won't judge. Black Rifle Coffee Company is a veteran-owned and operated premium small batch roast-to-order coffee company for people who love America. They develop their explosive roast profiles with the exact same mission focus they learned as military members serving this great country. All Black Rifle Coffee Company blends are available in whole bean and ground varieties. They also have mini roasts available for purchase in single-serve coffee rounds. The best way to enjoy this freedom-filled coffee is with the Black Rifle Coffee Club. You choose the amount and the blends that you crave. They offer it to you at a special discounted price, and it'll ship free directly to your door, home, or office every single month. Best part is when you use the discount code WATCHCHAD. You'll get 20% off your first order. This added convenience allowing you to keep working hard, making America the land of the free and the home of the brave, and you'll never have to rush to the store again. So wake up to America's coffee by going to blackriflecoffee.com/watchchad. That's blackriflecoffee.com/watchchad. Enter the discount code WATCHCHAD to receive 20% off your first order of any coffee products. Go there right now. Speaking of Black Rifle Coffee, did you guys see our buddy Matt Best from Black Rifle? He posted the picture of, you know how the military girls go there, they put their bikinis on and they put that. the kind of military dress, and they got the guns, and their
Well, that's how
boobs are
they
hanging
hunt.
out. And they're smoking hot girls, right?
Yeah.
Like Thomas Prusso Photography, he does a great job with all these former Marines and all these girls, these models. They're actual Marines, right? And military members, and they're out there posing and the thing. So Matt Best and some of the Black Rifle guys got together, and they dressed scantily, and then had their helmets and stuff holding their guns, and bare asses hanging out and stuff like that. Matt Best has a hot ass.
Were you into it?
He's
pretty.
He's a pretty man.
He's a really pretty man.
He's a pretty man. He knows it. He should know it. And so he texted me. He sent me the picture because I'd already commented on the Instagram picture on the Black Rifle Coffee Instagram, and I said, I'm going to drop a bomb in that ass. And so, because he's holding a grenade, and I said, I'm going to drop a bomb in that ass. And he sent me the picture. He said, this is just for you. And I said, I'm going to hit that one day because a man can dream. A man can dream. He's got a cute little butt. He really does. But he works out. I don't believe in stuff like that. I told you I'm older and lazier.
Yeah.
He's 30 years old. Anyway, he's a pretty man. Beautiful wife. Noelle's beautiful.
Beautiful.
So I'm getting older. There's a senior center. I don't know, like an old folks home, right? Mm-hmm. I don't know if that's PC anymore. Can you call it an old folks home?
Nursing home.
It's a nursing home, but they're calling it a senior center. So they're bringing in the therapy animal, right? And this is in Iowa where they can't count votes. And this one they're bringing in, his name is Ole. Ole, he's a 14-year-old therapy bull. He weighs a ton. 2,000-pound bull. They're bringing a bull into the therapy. I mean, what could go wrong? A gentle giant who loves to bring smiles to the elderly. I doubt he really loves to bring smiles. I don't think he cares. I mean, a 14-year-old bull, that's pretty old, right?
He'll be sitting in first class on airplane.
Yeah, put him on the
minute.
plane.
Yeah.
They're outlawing the horses, right? The mini horses.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, they're getting to the point. We talked about that, and we got in trouble for that.
I didn't mean it to cause that.
Yeah. So Wilma Hoekstra, she's 96, hadn't ridden a bull once in her nearly 100 years until Ole came for a visit. They put her ass on the bull. They put little Wilma on the bull. She rode Ole. Says saddling up brings some anxiety, but always ends in laughs. Seeing a bull wandering around a senior center is, after all, quite the sight.
Just don't tie up its balls.
I wonder.
It's not gonna be happy.
Yeah, they're doing all kind of outlandish support animals. They're using swarms of bees, wild coyote.
I wonder if Wilma was like, yeah, I rode hard today when her family came in.
I did 87 seconds on the bull. It took me that long to get on it and off it.
Right.
I mean, what could go wrong? I wonder if it still has. I wonder if it's an actual bull. Like, that's the question I have. Or is it a steer? Or is it an actual bull? It has balls. It still has testicles. Yeah. See, that's what makes the difference. It's a bull if it has the balls. If it doesn't have his balls,
so he
anymore,
doesn't have his balls.
then it's a steer.
Oh, those
A
are gone.
castrated male cow, bovine is
Yeah.
a steer if it's castrated. So, that sometimes takes a little bit of the jump out of it. But a 14-year-old bull, that's pretty old.
Well, and Wilma's 96.
Yeah, she's frail, feeble, fracturing.
Get it?
I remember
We're praying for you, Wilma.
I was a kid. I was a little bitty kid, and our family friends, Wayne Woods, they had a bull that was like, I don't know, might have well been 100 feet tall. Anyway, it was huge. And they set us up on it as kids and just sat there. It didn't even move. So I'm sure.
Well, it's like going out to the Fort Worth stockyards. You can get on one of those longhorns. What could go wrong? What could go wrong?
They have long horns.
They're doing this project now with millennials where they're giving them a plant and they're making them parent the plant. And 67% said that taking care of plants is more of a challenge than they bargained for. Now, something interesting in the high school that my daughters go to and have gone to, my two oldest daughters, of course, have graduated, but they give them a baby. It's like a little robotic baby, and they have to take care of it for a week. And it cries. It wakes up in the night. They have to feed it. They have to change it. They have to do all this stuff. And let me tell you, my second oldest daughter, she was having none of it. She's like, nope, never having children. And I mean,
That was
she
it.
probably never will. I mean, because she was having none of it. She loves her sleep, right? Fortunately, the plant doesn't wake up. But basically, this machine, this little baby thing, it reports back, and you get graded on how well you did it. I'd have to let
Remember
it
we
go.
had a bag of
it was
flour?
no, mine was an egg.
Yeah,
had
either
to
an egg or a bag of flour.
Babysit an egg.
Yeah.
The teacher handed it to me in a baggie. I stood up to leave and cracked it on my desk. It was supposed to be like a 3-week
Course you
project.
did.
I'm like, and it's over.
That's exactly what happened to Steve's mom when she had him.
Cracked him on his
I mean,
head.
bingo right there.
Right there in the doctor's office, dropped me. They had to give my mom they had to medicate her to leave the doctor's office.
Y'all thought I was kidding.
Yeah,
She dropped him.
it was like my baby checkup from dropped me on my head. So
She
Yeah.
actually dropped him. There it is. There
a
it
slippery
is. They're
sucker.
killing
Thanks, Mom.
plants, folks. Millennials are killing the plants.
It's hard.
Okay, on to the next. Las Vegas, of course, is ditching its "What Happens Here" slogan. You know, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Sin City is set to update its famous motto with a new spin 17 years after the famous tourism campaign launch. What are they going with?
What happens in Vegas only happens in Vegas.
Yeah.
I've
Something
heard that
like that.
from some other city or something.
Oh,
So
it's something
surely
like
that
that.
can't be it. But you can go on Instagram. Stuff that happens in Vegas, it's on Instagram, so they can't use that motto anymore.
Well, that's true. What they're changing it to, what they're thinking is speculation, is what happens here only happens
That's
here.
it.
Which I can tell you is not true. It's not true.
Well, some of it is.
Well, it's like they say, you know.
Prostitution
what happens
is
in
not
Vegas.
legal in Vegas.
Outside of it,
Yeah, that's true. I mean, our friend Rebecca Bender, she came in, she reminded everybody that prostitution is not legal in Vegas. It's not.
it's good to
But
know.
hugs and kisses are okay.
So if you're going to get a hooker, don't do it. Don't go get a hooker. Right? Those hookers will get you in
They'll
jail.
get you.
Yeah.
They don't call them hookers anymore.
What happens here only happens here. You can get herpes anywhere, folks. I'm just telling you. You can get the chlamydia. You
And
can
that
get
won't
the clout.
stay there.
No, it won't stay. You bring that home with you.
You do bring it home.
As in the movie Hangover, it does come back with you.
Yeah.
There was a dude who, talk about patience, he received a USPS package 5 years after ordering it. That's the United States Postal Service. Took him 5 years to deliver it. That's the federal government for you, and you want them to handle your health care. I hope it wasn't his 90-day supply of heart meds.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't. Dear John, I read your blurb regarding the U.S. Post Service black hole. It made me chuckle. About 10 years ago, I sold an item on eBay, and it was shipped from Philadelphia to Toronto. It was a routine sale. I had countless overseas sales. Overseas sales arrived successfully, but not this one. 45 days after mailing the item, I received an annoyed email from the customer who hadn't received the item. Apologized, refunded without question. How this man even remembered me, but 5 years later, I received an email thanking me for the item. It had arrived, and in one piece, I still wonder where it sat for 5 years. And they said, well, hey, I hope it wasn't a fruitcake.
It was a fruitcake, it would still be okay.
Probably still be okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Haven't you seen the stories where the mailman's like doesn't want to deliver the mail, so he just takes it home and puts it in his house,
Yeah.
and he dies, and then
I mean,
they
that's-
find a house full of mail?
Yeah, this is a Tom Hanks Castaway issue, right? You remember he had the FedEx thing. Neither snow, nor rain, nor heat, nor old age stays these couriers from the eventual completion of their appointed rounds. Well,
Now I want to know if the guy got paid.
yeah, I doubt he got his money back. Yeah, that's right. And of course, did you see Jonah Hill on Twitter, Candace? You know, did you see where he came out and said that the white people in Hollywood, white men in Hollywood, I'm paraphrasing, of course, they need to give up their influence, and because they need to basically submit all of their influence to people of color, minorities, women, this kind of thing. This is Jonah Hill. This is a white Jewish man.
Mm-hmm.
This is and I'm like, okay, so will we read the headline tomorrow that you gave up everything you've worked hard for, all your millions of dollars, your Hollywood home, all of these things? Are you going to give it up? Are you going to practice what you preach? See, here's the philosophy. And the reason I bring it up is because Stephen King, of course, we know Stephen King, the author, he says the Oscars are rigged in favor of white people. And everybody, here's what you got to do these days. If you're a white man and you're in Hollywood or you're well known, you have to prove you're woke. What you do is you go into the media and you say, I'm ashamed to be a white man. Just, you pick your words however you want to say it, but I'm ashamed to be a white man. I've got privilege as a white man. I shouldn't have privilege as a white man. I'm sorry for my privilege as a white man. And I just don't think white men should be getting everything that white men get. And I really think that more minorities and more women should be getting it instead of white men. And then you can go back to being a white man again, and you can get all the influence, all the money, all the success you want, because now you're a woke white man, right? That's the pattern. That's what you do. So God bless you guys with that. I mean, if y'all want to get into that. So Stephen King, who left the reservation a long time ago, he says it's rigged in favor of white people.
Well, maybe he should write books that are about black families running from crazy dead animals and shit.
I mean, Pennywise was a white clown. He was a white clown. So I'm just going to say Christine was a red car. I don't know where we mix all this
He
up.
did write Shawshank Redemption. That had Morgan Freeman in it.
Morgan Freeman.
That counts.
Morgan Freeman.
Yep.
All right, well, mark that down.
Yep. Well,
And he wrote The Green Mile. We had John Coffey Boss.
John Coffey, yeah.
No, boss is an evil.
So he's doing his part, maybe.
Yeah, but anyway. So, impeachment, gun confiscation, abortion, open borders, San Francisco and Virginia. This is the future the left is planning for you, and they're funded by major corporations like Verizon, AT&T. You don't even realize that you're funding the machine that's trying to destroy our Constitution, our values, and our country every time we pick up our cell phones. But these big companies constantly partner with the left. But who's partnering with you? Patriot Mobile is. Patriot Mobile is the only company protecting the Constitution and American values with every call you make by donating a portion of your cell phone bill to conservative causes. And they don't just talk, they walk the walk. Participating in the March for Life, the Profile Summit starting at just $25. Plans come with unlimited talk, text, and the same reliable nationwide service with no hidden fees. Go to patriotmobile.com/Chad. You can get your free activation when you use the offer code CHAD, plus a free gift when you open a new line or call their U.S.-based customer service team, 877-367-7524. Got to stick together, folks, when it comes to the companies we support. So join the fight. Join our family, patriotmobile.com/Chad, or call an American at 877-367-7524. Go do it.
America.
America. By God, America. I'm an American first. I'm America first. Mm-hmm. I've been all over this world, man. I'm America first. I'm Waffle House and baseball and whoo, gee. Congratulations to my boy Cameron Rupp. Cameron was he's been a journeyman around the league a little bit, but he texted me the other day. He just signed with the New York Mets, so he's headed off to spring training. God bless you, Cameron. Good to see you, buddy. See you doing well. He was with the Phillies for a little while. He's a catcher, and congratulations. Baseball season's coming. That's what made me think of that. Comedian Pete Holmes tells Malia Obama to shut the F up for whispering during his stand-up gig. He didn't realize it was her. But Molly and her friend were sitting there in the front row during his show, and they wouldn't quit talking. And he even threw a curtain over them because they were so annoying. He says he was surprised the Secret Service bodyguards didn't intervene.
Is that annoying to you?
Oh, God, yeah.
It happens. That's a comedy show. If you're going to talk during it, they're going to give you hell. They're going to...
Well, it's going to happen, but after a while, it becomes old. Like we have certain shows where people have a little too much to drink,
right?
And they think this is a conversation.
They start yelling out from way in the back.
And I can handle it, but the people they're sitting around, it becomes annoying because they paid good money to come to a show, and a lot of times they can't hear because the person behind them won't shut up. And I'll just tell them, you got to shut up.
Right.
There's other people in the room. You got to shut up. And we'll have ushers escort you out. We will. I don't want to be mean to anybody.
No, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like, because it's not about me. I can handle it. I'm on stage. I can talk back, but the person sitting in front of you can't do it.
Right.
So the other night, and I won't say which show, I actually cut a set early. I left stage early. I switched gears, went into the music portion because there was somebody in the back who was obviously had too much to drink, and they just wouldn't shut up. And I'm like, okay, you're going to keep having the conversation, then we'll just move on. And I cut everything short, went into that because it's not fair. Mm-hmm. It's not fair.
Well, and two chicks in the front just sitting there talking to each other.
Yeah.
He
has every right to go off on them.
Yeah.
I don't care who they are.
Yeah. But that's what happened. I mean, she's running her mouth. A little bit of that black privilege, huh? It's probably the white side of the family. With showing the privilege, just talking. Hey, Johnson & Johnson, you realize the coronavirus has been around since the 60s, Candace?
No.
Yeah, coronavirus has been around since the 60s.
It ain't new.
That long?
Yeah.
So
if you look at your Lysol wipes or whatever, the little box that you pull it out like a tissue, if you look on the back, it says kills coronavirus.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I've been saying it for years. I've started looking at every one of them.
But that stuff tastes funny, so don't take too much at one time.
Drink it.
Don't eat the cloth, right? Don't eat it. But that's the deal. Coronavirus has been around for a long, long time. And so, you believe whatever conspiracy you want. Did the Chinese government take this strain of coronavirus and release it in order to stop the Hong Kong protest? Well, it's up to you. Candace, you went and grabbed one. Does it say it? Does it say it on there? The things that it kills? She's taking a look at the bottle there.
Give me a second, and I'll report back.
Yeah. We need to come up with. Help me think of an idea. I want to come up with a coronavirus T-shirt. Okay. Not to make fun of it because it's a serious deal.
Yeah.
But I want to come up with something. Does it say it?
You're right. It does say it.
It does say it.
This probably 3-year-old thing of Lysol wipes.
Yeah, I discovered it. I discovered it on a year-old
Candace thought
box.
you were making shit up, and she had to
That's my
Found it.
default.
No. You know
I
who
always
brought it
think
to my
he's making
attention was
stuff
my
up.
good friend Craig Miller. But he said, this is over a year old. He said, I'm telling you, this is a government cover-up. And I'm like, well, it's been around. But it's been around since the 60s. But Johnson & Johnson's pretty confident. Because I think there's been a couple of hundred cases. I think 8 in the U.S., at least up at the time of this taping, about 8 cases.
Yep.
Haven't had one in Texas yet. Knock on something hard. Some wood or something. Find some wood. Okay, never mind. I'm not going to make that joke. But Johnson & Johnson's pretty confident they can create a vaccine to combat the deadly coronavirus. Look, we've been through all kind of things. The pig flu, swine flu, bird flu, SARS, Ebola all these things. This is another one of those things that's out there. All of those folks could, if left researched and untreated, can become pandemic. I mean, they could. There's enough stuff growing in the mushrooms in the rainforest to kill the entire population on the planet. If that stuff were to get out. There are things in a locker at the CDC that if that ever got loose, you good God.
My neighborhood's getting a little crowded anyway.
So, is this coronavirus an effort for population control? Well, there's people who have said this is biological warfare on the part of the Chinese. They're trying something. So Johnson & Johnson says they got scientists working on it, pretty confident they can come up with something. And it's going to work, stay active for a longer term. I hope they do. May take up for a year for the vaccine to reach the market. That's enough time for Steve to get a few vacancies in the neighborhood.
Yep.
So hope it doesn't happen. Of course, that flu-like virus, I call it the Kung flu, which emerged in the central Chinese city of Wuhan, has no known cure. It can be transmitted between humans. Well, I've been trying to make out with as many people as I can.
Didn't they have the bird flu? Didn't that start over there too?
I don't know.
I mean, you got highly densely
You had
populated
the West
areas.
Nile.
Yeah.
Anytime there, I was living, my neighborhood. I can remember anytime that was the whole deal. If you found a dead bird, you're supposed to report it. You're supposed to come check it out and all that stuff. We had
Mad cow
that happen.
disease. That was a thing for a little while.
Yeah, we've already named them, Steve.
Yeah.
The officials say
was
it's
on my
killed
phone.
81 people and spread to more than 2,000 others. Look at Steve over there looking sexy in that vest. Look at you, son. Yeah, I thought you were Kevin Costner for a minute. I did. Kevin Costner, a good-looking man?
Yeah.
Does he wear a vest?
Yeah.
Oh, on the show, on the Yellowstone.
I haven't seen it yet.
I think Kevin Costner's a handsome man.
Yeah.
Even with his crooked teeth and
Was he the one in?
Sometimes it's a
charm.
bit. It's
Kinda
the
off,
charm.
yeah.
Dances with Wolves? Was he the? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I remember that movie.
Yeah.
So I dropped Joseph off last week at the airport at DFW to go to Argentina dove hunting.
Yeah. Well, our arrangement.
remember.
Yeah.
Right there. Anyway, he went. Do you really go dove hunting in Argentina?
Yes, you do.
Okay. So that's where he went.
Prostitution is legal down there.
There he is. Anyway, so he went dove hunting
Have fun, Joseph.
with the hookers.
With the hookers.
Anyway, when I dropped him off, we pulled up to the airport, and I guess that DFW is a quarantine airport for that. Everybody had a mask on. I'd never seen that before when I just pulled up to the curb, but everybody walking out had a mask on. And Joseph goes, "Oh, it's going to be like that, huh?" Like, so that people are definitely cognizant of the coronavirus.
Well, of course, we were in Seattle twice in the last 2 months. And of course, you have a lot of Asian population coming through as a port of entry there in Seattle. And you go through the airport and everybody's wearing a mask. But the funniest thing that I saw, and it's not funny, but the people were getting off of Indonesian airlines and they were basically delousing them. There were people in hazmat suits and they were spraying them. Did you see that video, Candace? As they were walking off, they had the masks on and they would stop and they would spray them from both sides.
That would be terrifying. If I saw that in an airport,
Yes.
no, thank you.
They were just kind of giving them an aerosol mist out of like what you would spray the garden with. They were just buzzing them down. Everybody that got off the plane, they stopped and sprayed them. You guys, you don't understand what y'all live in America. Y'all have no idea how the rest of the world operates. Some of you do. Some of you do. I get that. But by and large, that's the thing. We're losing a generation of people who understand that the rest of the world is jacked up, man. Like, it's like compared to what we know, it's really jacked up.
If somebody gets a stomach bug or something in our house, we spray that whole house with Lysol and wipe everything.
Oh, yeah. Just spray
coat
the Lysol in the
yeah.
air and inhale it.
Yep. That's what you do. All of you do it. Everybody does that, don't
Swallow one of those Clorox wipes, man. It's like a toothbrush for your arteries.
Yes.
It really is.
We actually don't do that. We are not condoning that.
they? You don't spray the Lysol if somebody gets a stomach bug?
I'm saying don't eat it.
Oh, no, but you spray the surface of
Yeah,
everything.
yeah. You got to clean.
Get a little salmonella.
That's crazy stuff, man. It's just crazy stuff. I don't know. So many things going on in the world that are just crazy. What do I want to talk about? Anything I want to talk about? Let's see. Jameson cold brew whiskey, the new tipsy twist on coffee. So the Irish whiskey brand Jameson is blessing brunch tables with coffee's new boozy best friend, Jameson cold brew. Sounds like something Steve would drink.
Well, the thing about it, I think they're just bottling it now. I mean, we've been putting whiskey in coffee forever.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Bougie.
Might be something, obviously that's put a little whiskey, make it Irish, make your Black Rifle coffee, a little bougie. And, so they're doing that. They're doing that. We got any other reads, Candace? Speaking of Black Rifle, got anything else we got to do for this episode? Yeah. Hey, I will tell you this. Maybe in a minute. Yeah, anyway, that's all I want to talk to you about that. Hey, I want to tell you about my friends at Brickhouse Nutrition and why I love their superfood Field of Greens. I really do love this stuff. A few years ago, the doctors and human performance experts at Brickhouse wanted to create a product you could take every day. Is all natural and will make you healthier. The result was Field of Greens. One scoop of Field of Greens has a full serving of a real USDA certified organic fruits and vegetables. It boosts your immunity using antioxidants, prebiotics, and probiotics. This is a real superfood, not made from extracts. Real superfoods reduce your risk of heart disease, memory loss, and are a great source of vitamins, minerals, fiber, and other nutrients. You don't need to count pills or mix and match anything. Just put one scoop in a glass of water. I mean, you might even put it in some of that Jameson cold brew stuff. Hey, stir, and you're done. I use it on the road absolutely all the time. And let me tell you, this stuff works. Go to brickhousechad.com right now. Get 15% off your first order with the offer code CHAD. Take the guesswork out of eating healthy. Start your day like I do with Field of Greens. brickhousechad.com. brickhousechad.com. Offer code CHAD. He's a brick house. They make me mighty. My Field of Greens, they make me mighty, mighty. Ow. Come on, Steve.
No.
Okay.
I think you got
That's
it covered.
fine.
I
I'm high on life today, Natalie.
I saw something this morning. I worked out this morning on the way back. It was on Hodge Twins Instagram. Did you? You probably saw this.
I saw it. I commented, and
Sean Gallagher.
I have several hundred comments under my comment.
Of course you do.
So I commented, I love my boys, Keith and Kevin, the Hodge twins, and you're talking about the one where the guy sent them and said, we already have
two African-American scumbag Trump supporters in diamond and silk. Your copycat page is a serious, desperate ripoff of them.
Yeah. See, that's racism.
That is.
That is racism because, see, this guy, dickhead, does not own black people. You can't tell these two black men, these intelligent, talented black men, what they can do and what they can't do. That's racism. You don't own them. Don't say, we already got too many of these black folks in this field. We're going to send you over to the other field.
This spot's full.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, we already got somebody picking that cotton. We're going to send you to pick this cotton. And I said, did this shithead really say that?
Right.
What a tool bag. I mean, that was my comment. And, of course, everybody gets on there and says, of course, you get the black guys on there that calling them coons, these black coons. He ain't wrong on all this stuff. And I'm like, you guys, if you're going to defend that kind of, I mean, how can a black person, and they did it, how can an African-American black person, I don't care. I mean, and they said, first of all, we're not African-American. We weren't born in Africa. We're not from Africa. We're Americans. We're Americans. And I appreciate their stance on that. How can you defend that? How can you defend, and the guy was white. The guy was white who commented that. How can you defend that when he says, we got enough of y'all, basically?
He's an idiot.
He's a moron. That is what racism looks like, okay? So we don't need your voice. We got enough of them. So, shout out to Keith and Kevin. And the Hodge twins are great, man. If you're not following them on Instagram, go follow them. They're awesome.
Well, and it's interesting from, anyone who leans right. If you lean right, you're automatically a racist.
Yeah, of course.
This is super left, this douchebag.
I see more racism coming out of the left than anything these days. I mean, it's just, it's sick. And it's like they get a free pass to go back to doing it.
With people defending them.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll tell you what's an interesting little study. Go back and look at some of the old Republican versus Democrat voting posters from like the 1800s and the early 1900s. And it talks about like Republicans, and it shows, patriotic, and then it shows, it says, it was talking about how Republicans are for the Negro. And it has a caricature of a black man, of course, with the big lips and the wide nose and the afro and all that. And the Democrats were basically saying, this is what the Republicans are after. They're for the Negro. So in other words, being pro-Negro was a bad thing for the Democratic campaigners. You see what I'm saying? So go back and look at some of those things. Pretty telling. It's pretty telling, and things don't change. But see, the Democrats, the left, feel like they have a free pass on this stuff. Like they can say whatever they want to say. It's us that gets persecuted. And why not? Because they have the power of the media behind them. They get to control the narrative. And as long as they're controlling the narrative, their hate can go without any censorship whatsoever. They can just say it and say, oh, yeah, well, of course. And then they blame us for what. Again, remember, if a lefty is accusing you of something, it's because they're doing it too. Self-projection. Can I go into this real quick? I want you to go back to Luke chapter 15. Luke chapter 15. I've told you this story before. I'm going to tell you again. It's one of the most incredible stories in the Bible. Jesus tells a parable. He tells a parable about a lost coin. And in that parable, he talks about a lost sheep. And he talks about a lost son. All right? Silver, sheep, son. Nice little, alliteration. In the story of the prodigal son, the younger son takes his father's inheritance and he leaves. It says he goes to the far country. And he wastes it. He squanders it.
He went to Vegas.
And he comes and he's sitting there in the pig slop and he says, why am I here? It says he comes to himself. My father has plenty and here I am begging. So he goes home and the father says, my son who was dead is now alive, who was lost is now returned. And he throws a robe over him, puts the ring on his finger, sandals on his feet, and he says, kill the fatted calf, we're going to have a celebration. And the older brother is pissed. Older brother's mad. He's pouting. He won't go into the celebration. And the father comes out and says, what's wrong with you? And he says, I've always been here. I've always done my thing. And you haven't you haven't even had a meal for me to celebrate me. And I've been the good one. And he says, while your other son, not my brother, your other son is what he says, was out spending money on hookers. That's what he says. He says he was out there wasting it on women. Well, there's nowhere in that story that says that's what he did. There's nowhere in that story. It just says he wasted the money. It doesn't say what he did with it. It doesn't say, but the older brother was revealing his own heart. He was basically saying, if I were in his shoes, that's what I would have done. So remember, when people are accusing you of something, it's revealing something that's going on in their heart. And people will always reveal their sins. They'll always reveal them. Just listen close enough. And that's what the older brother was doing, talking about the other son. He said, oh, he's out there spinning it on women. Never said that. Nothing in the story ever says that. He revealed his own heart of what he would have done. So I don't worry too much about when the leftists start accusing people. You know, I've always said strangers can accuse me of all kind of things.
Mm-hmm.
But when my friends do it, that's a different story. Right?
That's when it matters.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There was a lady that fell asleep on the plane the other day next to me sitting in first class, and she kept farting. And it was bad, Candace. It was bad.
Audible?
And smellable.
Okay.
It was strong.
Well, she don't want to be bloated.
But she was asleep.
She was asleep. So, I mean, you know, I guess she gets the pass or something. But it was brutal, man. I mean, it was rough. I was like, my nose hairs was getting singed. My lips were burning. I could taste it. I could taste it. I got the Corona SARS. Give me one of them wipes, Candace. Just thinking about it. One of them Clorox. Oh.
Are you like, what'd you eat?
Oh, girl.
Was
You
she
eating an
hot?
egg. That's what Bougie showed to me. We went to lunch yesterday, and he was talking about, he said, people getting on, somebody got on an airplane next to him the other day, and they were eating boiled eggs.
Oh,
Just
gosh.
sitting there eating boiled eggs. I'm like, oh, no. Oh, no, Steve Powell. Horrible, horrible, horrible. Go to watchchad.com. Get over there right now. Find all the goodies. It'll give you a direct link to the podcast. Takes you to our store. You can do some podcast merch shopping. Y'all elitists are dumb. You can get that T-shirt. You can get the unapologetic Patriot shirt. All the fun stuff. F the left. Go to shop.blazemedia.com. Check it out. We're capitalists here. We love to sell things. We love to sell things, Candace. For the right price, Candace could be your Ethiopian queen.
Aw.
It's a lot, though.
Wrong.
No?
No.
Not for sale?
No.
You don't know, Candace. It's a big world, girl. There's a lot of money out there. A lot of money.
Well, you said I'm only worth like 10 cows before.
Yeah, 10 cow woman. That's a
So,
lot.
I mean, there's room for improvement, definitely.
That is a lot. 10 cow
That's
woman.
a lot.
Oh, my goodness. Natalie, you're an amazing soul.
5 cows.
5 cows. Well,
I'm older.
Your husband's down in Argentina right now doing some bargaining. Right. Yeah. We're going to be in Flora, Illinois. That's down in the southern part of Illinois. Come out and see us if you're within a 12-hour drive. Come see us Friday night. We're going to be there on the 7th. Come on, check us out. You can get your tickets at watchchad.com. And then, of course, going to be in Corpus Christi on the 15th, the day after Valentine's Day. So after do Valentine's Day, come on down to Corpus Christi, Texas, hang out with us. Then we're going to be in Tomball, Texas the following night. That's a Sunday night. So come out, me and Cooper Wade, we're going to suave you with some music, some guitar playing. The guitar playing and the singing. And I'm going to sing to you. Oh, do you not love it? Of course you love it. There's plenty of chat to go around. Oh, Jess. Oh, Jess. Oh, Jess. Hodge twins, stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. Did you see where Terrence, our boy Terrence, he got to watch the Super Bowl with President Trump, Terrence Williams. They invited him to sit down, him and Barron Trump and Melania and the Perez, Big Donnie.
Old Terrence.
Yeah, got to sit down and hang with the Perez and stuff. And that's good. I mean, you got to remember, Terrence was an orphan, never had anything in his life, and now he's sitting there having dinner watching the Super Bowl with the president. It's pretty amazing.
Now,
good for you, Terrence.
Don Jr., all I saw on his was WTF because he posted something and it only got a certain amount of views and it was shut down immediately.
Yeah.
Is that still happening to you?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Let me tell you what you got to do. You got to get on Facebook. If you, it's amazing to me, like, you weren't following my Political Cowboy page.
I'm sorry.
Which is a very big page, very large page, couple million followers on it.
Yep.
You have to hit the like button. You have to hit the see first button. And then get the notifications button, so it'll show up.
Which you did all for me.
The bases. I did it all for you.
Thank you.
There's a lot of steps to it. You need to do it on Watch Chad Prather. You need to do it on Political Cowboy. You can do it on my Chad Prather page. I have 4 main pages that are out there, which includes, of course, my personal one, at Watch Chad on Instagram. All I ever really ask anybody to do, really and truly these days, is go to my YouTube channel, hit subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Oh, ring my bell. That's all I want you to do. It's free.
Yeah.
Doesn't cost you anything. Then you know if the podcast is on.
Yep.
And then Saturday morning when you're out there killing your plant, you millennials, while you're caring for it like a baby and destroying it and dropping it on its head. Mm-hmm. Steve's mom.
Steve.
Just put the podcast on. Listen to it in the background. That we want to guarantee that Candice doesn't have to sell her soul to any other third world country out there. She can keep her job.
10 cows.
That's all I care for. That's all I care about. It's really, I'm doing it for the kids. These kids over here. Mark, Candace, Herbert. See, it's too late for Herbert. We can't bring Herbert back. He's a cautionary tale. Natalie, you're a cautionary tale. I saw you holding your daughter up the other day. She's as tall as you are. You had her holding her like a little baby?
I still hold her.
Yeah.
I do. She's 10.
Will you hold me?
I would.
You would?
I've been working out at CrossFit, so I'm pretty strong.
I'm strong.
My butt's scabbed up, but
Yeah,
I'm
you
strong.
got a butt scab. I don't know what to tell you to do about
Sit-ups.
that. When you're doing
It's-
so many sit-ups that it's like 80 grit sandpaper on the bottom
wanna
of your
see it?
back. I've
Bad.
seen it.
I know it's
a
bad.
lot going on there.
It's bad.
It's a lot. Look at Party Foul Steve on the phone over there. He's over there doing work.
I'm doing work.
Just checking things out.
I'm advancing your corpus show. So
Okay.
I got an email that's like with 13 attachments to download to read the contract.
These
so
people
it's-
wear me out. Contracts. Happy hump day, everybody. Hug your loved ones. Tell them you love them. Seriously, tell them you love them. You know what I've started doing? Like, my daughters are off at college, and then, kids are doing their thing. They're all teenagers now. Some are not. My two oldest aren't. They're not teen. They're women now. They're
20s.
adults. They're in their 20s. If I'm missing them or I'm even thinking about them, if I'm on the road or whatever, and I'm like, well, I don't want to bother them right now. I bother them. I've just learned here it is. I'm going to bother them. Whether they want to get a text message right now or not, I'm going to tell them I love them.
Because one day you won't.
Right. I'm going to tell them I love them. I'm going to tell them I miss them. I'm going to ask them if they need anything. They work hard. They work their butts off. You know what's funny? It's like my kids, and I've got to brag on them for a minute. My kids, here they're off at college. What kid doesn't want a little more money, right?
Sure.
I mean, what kid doesn't want a little extra spending money? I'm like, what do you need? Do you need any money? No, I'm good. I'm good. I'm really budgeted right now. That's a response I get. I'm proud of them. Candace is this kind of person, right? I mean, just responsible. I love you guys. Who's just like, no, I'm budgeted right now. I'm all budgeted. It's tight, but I'm doing fine. What kids do that? My kids do that.
Do you sit back and you're like, I nailed it?
Nailed it.
Nailed
And then
it.
usually I'll send them something anyway. I sent my.
That's great.
I sent one of my daughters the other day. I sent her Venmo and stuff like that. Makes it so easy.
Totally.
Makes it so easy. I sent her an extra like $200, and she was like, "Why'd you send me so much money?" And there was a reason why I sent her the money. And, she's there on a scholarship, she needs equipment for the scholarship she's on. And I'm like, do you need this? And she's like, no, I'm good. I'm set. And if they need something, they'll ask.
Sure.
But it's like, hey, I'm like, I'm proud of that.
Yeah.
Independent kids. And that's why I always say millennials and Gen Z and all that. And a lot of times they get a bad rap.
They do.
And I don't like that. I'm not one who just calls out millennials or young people or the next generation.
But so
I
did we.
qualify it.
We got that rap
course we
too
did.
when we were their age. I mean, it's just part of it.
Well, it's all the fault of the generation before them.
Right.
Every problem in this generation is the fault of the generation before them,
Right.
because this is how you raised them.
Yeah.
If you raise people to never hear the word no, that's what they're going to get.
Entitled.
Yeah, that's what they're going to get.
That's the number one word my kids heard in our household.
No.
Nope.
Well, in Generation X, we grew up thinking we were supposed to graduate college and immediately make what our boomer parents were making. And, that's not the way it works. It took them 30 years to work up to that point. So, but tell your kids you love them. Tell your people you love them. And I don't care how old they get. Tell them you love them. I mean, if you just even get that inclination. I love you guys, by the way. I love you guys.
I love you too.
I love you guys.
I love you.
I do. And I love the fact that we have a relationship here amongst this family. We can say anything we want to say to each other. We do it too.
We do.
We do. Candace gets on to me all the time. But I know that I can say anything in the world to Candace. And we talk about ideas and things like that. And we're very honest with each other. And I appreciate that about her.
I'm a little scared of her sometimes.
Oh, well, we all are. We all are.
That's what I like to hear.
She wields
Yeah.
a mean text. I'll say that.
Yep.
She wields a mean text. But you know,
And she has her LTC. So watch it.
I'm carrying. What else?
That's
I mean, if you want to draw down. If anybody wants to draw down right now. Oh, I love it. I love it, man. I'm just happy to be alive right now. It's a good time, and it's just a good time in life. There's good people out there, and I appreciate you guys. Thank you for watching the show and supporting us the way you do. Go to blazetv.com. You can use promo code CPS for Chad Prather Show. Just use CPS, and you will get a discount, I guarantee you, when you subscribe for 1 year of Blaze TV. All the voices are there. All the voices are there. Glenn Beck, Dave Rubin, Steven Crowder, Lauren Chin, Allie Stuckey, Phil Robertson, Eric Bowling. I can go on and on and on. John Miller. I'd hate to leave anybody else. I love everybody.
Yeah.
I love them all. Get it. Love it. Keep subscribing. And let's keep free speech a real thing. I love y'all. God bless. We'll talk to you next time. Bye.